The first preseason behind those game of Arsenal friendly has gone ahead to end in a win for Arsenal. Arsenal has gone ahead to score 2 goals, and Leyton Orient has not been able to obviously see a ball cross the line of Arsenal. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from my go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share if at all you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I was here planning to obviously get to doing a story of Chido Obi leaving Arsenal and closing into Manchester United, and then I went ahead obviously land onto this story via the website of Arsenal that Arsenal have gone ahead obviously play a friendly game. And I'm really surprised that we never really had any notice about this game of football, and I never saw it posted anywhere. But finally Arsenal just kept it inside, and obviously the results are back, and the website of Arsenal have told us that Gabriel Jesus and Emile Smith Rowe gave Arsenal, the Arsenal 11, a 2-0 win over Leyton Orient in behind closed doors friendly at the Sobo Reality Training Center in there for you. So Arsenal found themselves going into the win way, and they're really very in the lead. And guess what? Carl Hayne was in goal. Benjamin White played as the right back. Timber left back. Heaven in there for you. Lewis Kelly came in through. Thomas Partey came in through, and Odegaard, Nelson Reyes, Fabio Vieira, Jesus, and Edin Ketia. That was the starting 11 for the side of Arsenal. But the likes of Charlie Patino found themselves onto the pitch. Nelson Nwaneri onto the pitch. Sago Jr., I remember him. He really made his debut for Arsenal when they're playing against Brentford into the Carabao Cup. Then Salah, lad, Mahand is really one of those that I went ahead obviously love into this beautiful game of football. So Arsenal went ahead to do the needful and really went ahead to win this game of football by 2-0. And it's a positive that Gabriel Jesus was on target. That is really a very huge positive for the club of Arsenal, because all you need is to see to it that you get your talisman gate on target, especially getting sharp. And I've always told people that one thing that Gabriel Jesus needs to work on is really staying fit. If Gabriel Jesus can stay fit for the rest of the season, or for the lion's share of the season, like he's out for like 1 month and is available for the 9 months of the season, then he'll enjoy himself to the fullest. He can really get you those goals that people think he cannot score. I tell you, he can score 20 goals a season in the Premier League only, provided he finds himself fit onto the pitch. And he's really a very good player. And I've always told you that whenever he leads that line, he makes all those players around him very good and look very sharp as far as him and the ball are really concerned. So that is the side of Gabriel Jesus coming in through and obviously putting in that ball at the back of the net. And he has to obviously work hard, because he knows to it that there is a player called Kai Havertz who is returning towards the end of the preseason, and he needs to obviously show him that this position is mine. And that's what Gabriel Jesus has to do, because as things stand, I don't think that Kai Havertz will find himself into the starting 11 of Arsenal, especially in the opening game. In the opening game when they're playing against, is it Wolverhampton Wanderers? Is it Wolverhampton Wanderers or Fulham? Arsenal opening up with Wolverhampton Wanderers, if at all I'm not mistaken. So in so doing, he will obviously get to know that Jesus is serious, and Jesus has to send a message to Kai Havertz that this is my position. I'm here to obviously take it, and let me score those goals. And I think by scoring in these goals, Jesus is sending a message to his manager that please still count on me, because I'm still ready to obviously give you the best that you deserve as a manager, and I can really get you to where you deserve to be. And that is Gabriel Jesus for you, doing the needful and obviously taking the game to the next level. So I'm really excited for him to obviously score a goal, and he's really going to be one of those players that is going to be part of the Arsenal side that is going to be playing against Bournemouth in America. That he's onto the 20. That he's onto the 20. It's 20 what? It's 25th when they are playing against Bournemouth in the US. So this has been really a very good warm-up game for them, and I believe it's really going to be doing some great stuff for the side of Arsenal and Gabriel Jesus. The other player that has been on target is Emile Smith Rowe, and he might change the mind of Mikel Arteta, because Emile Smith Rowe is one of those players that Arsenal are looking to move on, and bids are like bids, you know. Fulham put in their first bid, it was rejected. After the bid of Fulham was rejected, they went ahead to obviously see to it that they are preparing a second bid, and after that second bid coming in through, they found themselves in a proper position of really seeing a lot of things coming in through, and Crystal Palace has gone ahead to show huge intent to obviously sign in a player, and they are really preparing their bid as revealed to us yesterday by Fabrizio Romano. So you never know what he has gone ahead to do. Has gone ahead to obviously put him in a better position to put in maybe to obviously see himself really doing the needful. But it was good to see to it that the following players played some good minutes, right? Julian Timber was one of those that really put in some minutes. I think that's a positive for the club of Arsenal. But let's go to the images of how this team went ahead to feature down at the side of Soboha Reality Training Center. That has been the captain, or that was the captain of Arsenal. That is Martin Odegaard putting in the shift into the beautiful game of football. And that is Gabriel Jesus obviously going in for a shot at goal in there for you. And Edin Ketia going obviously to go past the goalkeeper, but it didn't obviously proceed to go into the right way into the mix. Then Jesus trying to obviously lift that ball over the defender of Orient, laying it in there for you. Martin Odegaard, he's really the skipper of Arsenal, unleashing his magic and obviously looking on into the mix. And those are the players of Arsenal trying to warm up. And that is Julian Timber into the mix, and Martin Odegaard resting a little bit in there for you. And that's how Odegaard looked when the game of football really came to the end. Then Benjamin White and Seakley there for you, and Jesus looking on after really netting into that beautiful goal. Mikel Arteta schooling his players as they obviously got into this beautiful game of football, and you see him really very ready into the mix. These are some of the photos that we got. That is Fabio Vieira, one of those players that is really questioned on whether his future is still at Arsenal or not, but we're waiting to see how that is going to happen. But that is, you see Edin Ketia fighting for the ball to put in the energy as Marseille is planning to obviously get this player off. Obviously, he was really taken down as you see, and that is Edin Ketia for you into the mix. Benjamin White putting in a shift as expected. Reece Nelson was another player that came on the field of play as Arsenal planned to obviously get the player off, because this player is always going to tell Arsenal that he feels like it's over in between him and the club of Arsenal. That is Reece Nelson for you, and really putting in the required shift all together into the mix. So that is Reece Nelson for you, and he's really ready to rumble into the mix. So let's obviously get into the other player. That is Mikel Arteta on the ground issuing instructions. Martin Odegaard obviously trying to do the needful. Lots of players have gone ahead to come in through. Then that is Martin Odegaard going in for that chip over the player, and he's really that good. And Reece Nelson and Edin Ketia, Reece Nelson and Gabriel Jesus doing the needful in there for you to do what they have to do. And I think it was a celebration for the first goal that came in through from Gabriel Jesus, and you see how they celebrated with Julian Timber after that goal really went ahead to go in through. Then Benjamin White was part of the team of Arsenal, and good to see to it that doesn't have a bandage tied around his knee. Remember, towards the end of the season he had that bandage tied around his knee as a player. Then Julian Timber, very much exciting to see it that is going to come in and put in a shift as a player, and I believe that it is really working into his favor. Then Fabio Vieira with his nice skill set as a player, and I think he's really one of those that requires a lot of praise, because his talent is really unmatched, but he needs to be fit to put in a very beautiful shift into the mix. Reece Nelson being brought down by a player of Leyton Orient in there for you, and the referee went ahead obviously reward a free kick for Arsenal. Julian Timber putting in the mix. This is Benjamin White, Martin Odegaard, Benjamin White obviously making an overlap run to see to it that Fabio Vieira releases him into the mix. Then Reece Nelson obviously using his hands to support his ribs or his waist into the mix. Arteta issuing instructions, and Zinchenko is back. And you see to it that he's really back with Jakub Kivio, and they never took part into the training session, but it looks into the game, but it looks like they are back and ready to put in a very beautiful shift into the mix. So those two are really back, and it is really a very huge question that with the signing of Carafiori, where are they going to be playing? That is the huge question that we need to answer and see how this manager is really going to be answering it into the mix. So then Martin Odegaard, that is the captain of Arsenal, obviously holding that ball into the mix. Charlie Patino came in through to put in a shift, and we don't know where Charlie Patino is really going to be playing next season, but he's really improving and he's a very good player, left-footed, and I think Mikel Arteta lacks what we call the quality to obviously trust these players, and looks like he's a manager who wants finished articles. That's why Chidu or something is really leaving the side of Arsenal. And Martin Odegaard, he has been part of all this. Emile Smith Rowe and Gabriel Jesus obviously celebrating the goal. They really went ahead to the goal. They went ahead to score for the club of Arsenal to give them a lead. Throw in from Benjamin White and the captain, fantastic Martin Odegaard. Thomas Partey into the mix, obviously having a one-on-one talk with Zinchenko into the mix. And these are the youngsters of Arsenal putting in a very good shift into the beautiful game of football. And that's how Arsenal win it by 2-0. So that has been how Arsenal went ahead, obviously win their beautiful game of football by 2-0. Gabriel Jesus on target, and the man himself who goes by the names of Emile Smith Rowe. So they're acting really huge, and a lot is really going their way. So your reactions to this game of football are welcome in the comment section below. Full time, Arsenal 2, Leyton Orient 0. Jesus and Emile Smith Rowe on target. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. Manchester United is playing right now, leading Rangers by 1-0, scored by Amad Diallo. Let me see, Spurs is going ahead to play a game with Leicester City, and I want to see how it really went ahead. Obviously, Spurs is going to hit win the game of football by 2-0. It has been Yefis Besuma and Dan Scarlett on target. So that is Spurs for you, and the club friendlies are really on, and Arsenal is flying to the US after this game of football, and very many club friendlies are really being played. And let me see those that are going to hit to get finished today. Where are they? Inter Milan is playing Rapid Vienna. It's still 0-0. Luton Town 0. Göztepe 0. Besiktas is leading Greska AK by 1-0. So there are very many friendlies that are going to be played today, and I think we'll obviously get into the mix and really tell you exactly how things are going to hit to pan out into the mix. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Bye bye. I'm returning with another huge video into the mix. Bye bye.